G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In 2022, Garmin changed the home simulator world when they introduced the Garmin R10. Now that unit has a cult following still to this day and is still used around the world. The question is, in 2025, have they done this again with the Garmin R50? Because this unit is nothing like we have ever seen before. First off, I want to give a massive shout out to Sam from Bayside Golf. If you're looking to get a golf simulator here in Australia, in my opinion, there is not a better place to get quality products. Their website makes it really easy to buy your simulator. Whether you just want to get an individual launch monitor or you want to get a package, the package option just makes it so easy to simplify your purchase. Get the enclosure, get your PC, get the launch monitor, all that fits your budget. People often get quite discouraged when they buy a simulator because what can often happen is companies will advertise on their website, advertise on social media, showing images, showing products that, look amazing. However, when they set up their products at home, they don't really look the same. That is not the case with Bayside. When you get their enclosures, when you get any of their products, it is a quality product, and you can see actual pictures and images of home users, of people who have actually bought these things, set them up at their homes, and you can see exactly what they look like on the websites or through any of the Google reviews. Jump on, do your research, have a look for yourself, but I think you'll find you will not find a better place to buy all of this stuff than Bayside. Okay, first off, the Garmin R50. Let's talk cost. This thing, it is quite an expensive unit. This is aimed more for that mid-tier launch monitor. So competitors being the iMini, the GC3, that real mid-tier launch monitor. Gone are the days of the Garmin R10, which was the entry-level launch monitor for Garmin. Now they're trying to target that mid-tier market. So the price here in Australia, $8,500. It does sound like a lot of money, but what you get for that price is actually pretty good, and I'm going to dig into that later in this video. Let's talk about the unit though. So when you first get this unit, the first thing you will notice is this unit, it is big. I mean, it is a big unit. When you actually hold this thing, I mean, the size of this is pretty big comparing it to its competitors like the GC3. I mean, you compare this thing to the GC3 and it just completely dwarfs the unit. It is substantially bigger than a GC3. It is substantially wider than a Unicore iMini. This thing is quite big. Once you do get over the size though, what you will find is this unit is big for a reason. One of the reasons is because it has this massive 10-inch screen on the top of it. And through this screen, you can play all of the Garmin software. So you can play Home T Hero, you can use any of their driving ranges, you can go and play your weekly tournament, all off this device. So you could take this thing to the driving range and play simulated golf with everything on this device. You don't have to take a separate iPad, you don't have to use a separate phone. It can all be done from that device. That being said, it only runs the actual Garmin software. So you can't run things like Awesome Golf on there. You can't run GS Pro on there. If you want to run any of those third-party softwares, you have to use either an iPad for Awesome Golf, a phone, or a PC if you're going to play GS Pro. But getting this thing out of the box, getting it set up and playing golf, I mean, this is the easiest experience I've had with a launch monitor, just to basically get it out of the box, set it up and start playing golf. You can do that in about 5 minutes. As long as you have a Garmin account, that's probably the biggest thing. So before you get this, if you have a Garmin account, all you do is log in on the screen. The actual touch screen functions like an iPad, and so it's really easy to just enter in your details and you're straight into playing golf. The screen itself is a 1080p screen, so it's a 1920 by 1080 panel, and honestly the screen looks fantastic. It does look really good. It has on there, and this is going to be hard to see, but it's actually got like a matte covering. So it's got like a covering on there that takes away the shine, if that makes sense. So if you were going to use this at a range, you're not going to see a lot of glare because it's got like a matte protector on the screen. What else do you get in the box? Well, you're going to get this amazing case. This is the case for the unit. Again, it is a big unit. It's got a big case. This is made out of like the material itself is kind of like a waterproof kind of material. So I'll say water resistant, maybe not waterproof, but it kind of reminds me of like an esky. So it does have like soft touch inside though. It's got like, like a felt inside, so it's soft to the touch, so it's going to not scratch the unit, not scrape it. But it does remind me of kind of like a big esky that you were going to take to the range. It's got a couple of pockets. It's got one in the front there. It's also got the pocket in the back. And in the back, you get all of your dots and your instruction manuals in there. But really nice case. I'm going to say it again, it's a big unit. But the unboxing experience for this, I mean, as soon as you hold this, as soon as you touch the case, you know it's a quality product. It just has that feel of quality about it. Looking around the unit itself, so at the back, you do have this carry handle there. So you've got a grab handle there at the back. You also have, your power port. So you've got this protective shield for your ports. When you slide it down, you've got power, you've got HDMI out, and you've also got USB-C there. But I do like how this has this little protective shield that you can slide up. With the Unicore iMini, you get like a rubber shield that kind of sits in the ports if you're going to take it to the range. This is a much cleaner and better way of doing it, just by having this little tab that you just slide down and slide up. The actual handle as well is quite good. It makes it easy to carry this thing, lift it around and put it wherever you want it. On the base, you've got your 4 feet there, as you can see. And then on the front, you've got your cameras. So this is a 3 camera unit. So it's a photometric based unit. It has 3 cameras in it, just like the GC3. The Unicore iMini has 2 cameras. This has got 3 cameras. This does do a lot of club data. We'll get into that later in the video, but you get things like face angle and face to path that even the GC3 doesn't do, but it's definitely utilizing those 3 cameras in there. And then on the top, you have your 10-inch panel, which I'll turn that on now just so you guys can have a look. You can see it boot up. It's got the Garmin logo. And this screen is nice. It is extremely nice to use, comparing this to, say, the GC3 that's going to have, it's a touch panel, but it's just not as good as an execution as this. But yeah, you can see there, we can discard that session. And then you're through to the practice tab, play tab, connect tab. This is all the functionality. It's very snappy. It's just like an iPad. It's very easy to use. Very intuitive. So being a photometric based system, using cameras as the technology to capture that ball data and club data, this thing does not need a lot of space. So as long as you have an environment that you're comfortable swinging in, you can use this unit. It's only going to, register that first foot of ball flight, and then it's going to estimate all the data based on what it's calculating from that ball. So it's not like a radar unit, not like the old Garmin where you needed to have 8 feet behind from, 6 feet from unit to ball and then 8 foot ball to screen. This thing, as long as you can swing a golf club and you can have this beside you, you'll be able to play simulated golf. Okay, let's now talk data. So let's talk about data. Let's talk about what this unit can do. First off, I'll talk about alignment. So the alignment with this unit, the execution of alignment, I don't think is perfect yet. I do think Garmin needs to work on their alignment with this unit, work on the software alignment. At the moment, you use 2 golf balls that you put in 2 separate hitting windows. The device will lock onto those golf balls and then give you essentially a target line that you can software set in the unit. There's a few things with this. And the first thing is, if you get this unit set up with the 2 golf balls and don't touch the unit and push target alignment, it will lock onto the golf balls. If you then accept that and go back into it, it will have a different target alignment each time you get in and out of that. So for me, it's not a perfect execution. To me, a unit should be able to lock onto those golf balls like we see with the iMini and get them the exact same every time. So to me, the alignment mode needs work on this unit. Let's talk data now, and let's head over to the Bayside website to actually talk about data. So heading over to the Bayside website, you can see it's got all the information about this unit. If we scroll down, you can see the color touchscreen, ball metrics, club metrics, high-speed cameras. But let's scroll down because let's talk about data points. What do you actually get with this unit? You're going to get club head speed. You're going to get club face angle and club path angle. This is pretty incredible because you're getting face to path data. Now, even the GC3, which costs $16,000 here in Australia, doesn't give you club face angle at impact. So that is something that not a lot of units, not a lot of side units can actually do. So for the Garmin to be able to do this and do it really well, I mean, that is seriously impressive. Along with that, you get angle of attack, you're going to get ball speed, launch angle, launch direction, spin axis, spin rate, and then you're going to get some of the estimated ones as well. So you're getting apex height, you're getting smash factor, which is your ball speed divided by club speed, you're getting carry distance, total distance, and deviation distance. But in terms of raw metrics, calculated metrics, you are actually getting a lot of metrics. And I've got to say, in my testing, they were very, very accurate. Included with this launch monitor, you do get the case, the carrying case, the unit itself, the adapter plug, and 250 tracking stickers. These stickers are quite big though. I'll show you the club stickers now. So I'll get my hybrid out because this really shows you, how big these club stickers are. If I hold up my hybrid, you can see there's the club sticker. They are massive circles. And the reason I think they're so big is to actually help this unit with club face angle. I'll grab a 7-iron now just to show you guys what the 7-iron looks like. So that is the club sticker there on the 7-iron. And these stickers, I've got to say, they're about, I'm going to say twice the size of stickers you see with the Unicore iMini or the GC3. So they are substantially bigger. And like I just showed you on the hybrid, they can get quite big and take up quite a lot of the face. I'll just show you the 3-wood real quick, just to give you guys a really good idea of how big they are. So as you can see, the stickers are quite big. This unit does not need specially marked balls. So you can use any golf ball. You can use a plain golf ball. You can use a Pix golf ball. Any golf ball you want, it will lock onto the actual dimples and give you the data that way. So it doesn't need marked balls to give you accurate data. Okay, let me take you through the unit. Let me take you through the interface now before I then touch on the actual hitting area size. So when you first log on to this device, you'll see your name there in the bottom left-hand corner. You've got a few different tabs. So you've got the practice tab. We swipe across, you've got the play tab. And then you've got the Connect tab. So this is where you are going to access your third-party softwares such as Awesome Golf and GS Pro. What I've got to stress is this unit cannot play these softwares on the actual screen itself. The only software that this unit can play is, if we go back, the only software it can play is the Garmin software. So you're going to get your Home T Hero courses with over 42,000 courses. And honestly, these courses have come a long way. They actually look pretty good now. They are very usable. I've got plenty of videos showing that off. So you've got your Home T Hero and also your weekly tournament you can play in as well. And then the other stuff it can play is the practice tab. So if we go into the practice tab, you can see you've got a few different ranges. So you've got a distance range, you've got Crooked Creek, which is like got a few different target greens. You've got Green Valley, and you've got Palm Island. So you've got a few different options. If we open up one of these just to have a look, you can go into the tracking mode. So this is if you want to do ball and club data or just ball data. So we'll go ball data only, and we'll go save. You can then enter in all of your ball flight conditions. So you can go in there and you can select, say, if you live at a bit of elevation, you can go and change the elevation. You can also, through the Garmin database, just set it to your location. So for me, I'm pretty much at sea level. I'm 9 yards apparently above sea level. We'll just set it to 0. You can go in there, you can set your weather to whatever you want. You can set it to your location. So, I'm pretty close to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you can set it to your relative humidity. Again, you can go at your location as well. So pretty cool. I do love the Garmin database. Really allows you to do some pretty cool things in terms of where you are in the world. So like if I go into, we'll go into Home T Hero because I want to show this off. This is something that not a lot of softwares can do, but if we go into Home T Hero, say I want to go play, let's go St. Andrews Links. So I want to go play St. Andrews, the old course. We'll click on that. What you can do now is you can actually choose your tees you want to golf. We'll go off the black tees. We'll go next. This is really cool, and I do love this. You can go into the weather mode, and you can say, set to course location. This will pull the data from the course right now and set it to the actual course location, which is pretty incredible. So we can go back, say we want wind, we can set it to the course location. So right now in St. Andrews, it is breezy. It's 1 to 10 miles an hour. The actual temperature is 36 degrees Fahrenheit. The relative humidity is 87%. So you can set the course up exactly like it's playing at the actual course, which is just unreal. Not a lot of softwares can do that, and I think that is something that is really special that's not often talked about with the Garmin hardware. So I really love that. Let's go back now. We'll go back into practice mode, and then we'll go out, like I said, to Palm Island. So you've got all your weather things there. We'll just do ball data only. This is where you can go into your alignment mode. So you select your alignment mode, you place 2 balls in the actual hitting locations, and then this is basically going to software align your device. So we'll go back. And let's go start session. When you go into that, you're going to be prompted with this. So you're going to select a club. So we'll just go 7-iron for the purpose of this. And then you're going to have a few different options for your screen. So right now, I've got a 7-iron. You can see I've got my data view. If we hit this little icon there, we'll go start from the left. If we hit this icon, we can go in and change our bags. We can get a session summary. We can redo the alignment. So from here, I can actually go in, and I'll show you this in a second. You can actually change your tracking mode. So say if you wanted to get club data and you'd only selected ball data, you can do it while you're in the actual game. You have this little icon to the right of that, which is going to give you your shots recorded. So you're going to get a little overview of your shots. And then if we go all the way over to the right, this is where you can do some pretty cool things. So if you're plugged into an external display, so say if you're going to plug this directly into a projector, you've got the HDMI port in the back, so you can plug it directly into a projector. You can actually control the external display separately from the R50 display. But we can go in now and we can enter, well, first off, you can do the whole screen and you can go view settings. And now you can choose impact video. You can choose ball location, ball impact, sorry. You can choose the map view. So say if I want to look at the actual world, now we're showing Palm Island. So I can just be in the virtual world. If I go back into settings, I can choose the data fields, which I just had up. I can choose ball impact. So say if I want to actually see my ball and club data in this sort of view, you can do that. And you can also look at the impact video. So when you hit a shot, it will actually show you the impact video of your shot. So I'll just quickly do a shot and I'll show you that. Okay, and here is the impact of that shot that I just hit. Just a little chip shot with the 7-iron, but you can see the impact video there, just like the Unicore iMini has. You can get your impact video on the screen of the Garmin R50, which is pretty cool. And that's the advantage of having an actual screen on the device. It's just fantastic. You can look at your shot. You can see if you hit the ground before the ball or if you made good contact. And look, this isn't going to be as good as a Pro TV X or an overhead launch monitor, but it is going to give you some sort of an idea of how you hit the shot. So let's go back. The other cool thing you can do is you don't actually have to take up the whole screen with just one metric. So if we go into split screen, now we have 2 individual sides that we can choose what we want to display. So say if I wanted the range on this side, I want my map on that side, you can do the overhead view if you want. We can have that there. And then on the right hand side, say if I want to get my actual ball impact, I can have that there. Once we're happy with that, we can click done. And now you can see all of your metrics on the right hand side, which are good, accurate metrics. And you can see exactly where you hit it on the left hand side, which is fantastic. So that shot wasn't a full shot, but what I'll do is I might just hit a shot to this green over here and then I'll show you the metrics there. So that data there was just showing you the ball data. So I just had ball data selected, and honestly, the ball data with this unit is fantastic. Now, what I'll do quickly is I'll show you the hitting area and then I'll get some club data before I hit a full shot. So the actual hitting area, the size that you get, I kind of equal this to about a GC2 size. So it's not massive. What I'll do is I'll place a couple of balls in the actual hitting area just to show you guys. So the actual hitting area size you get, if I pan down, it is roughly that size. It's a triangle shape. You're gonna get, I mean, there's enough room in there to hit shots, but it's nowhere near the size of, say, an iMini, a GC3, or the Pro TV X. The Pro TV X is massive. So it's definitely a smaller hitting area than other photometric-based systems. However, it's big enough to be able to putt from one side of it and then hit shots from another side. So no issues with having one hitting area to putt and hit shots from. It's definitely bigger than the Square. golf launch monitor hitting area, but it's not as big as a GC3. Let's now go into club and ball metrics. So we'll go into settings and we'll go there and we'll turn on club data and we'll go back and I'll just hit a 9 iron and then we'll see the club metrics. Okay, so as you can see, that was a 9 iron I just hit. Not the best shot, but we're not warmed up. So that was the first shot of the day. So you can see the ball speed there on the left. You can see the launch angle. You've got the launch direction. You've got your spin rate. And then you've got all of your club data there on the right-hand side. So everything there to me looks good. Launch angle looks good. Attack angle looks good. Club path looks good. I've got to say all of the club and ball data with this unit is fantastic. I cannot speak about the data enough. I think the data is absolutely fantastic. So that's what the full data looks like. You're going to get your club data as well as your ball data. One thing to note though, is when you go into ball and club data mode, it severely shrinks the hitting area. So let me show you this now. So if you look at the screen, the actual hitting area now is very, very small. It takes away that massive back section that you had and just makes it like pretty much a corridor that you've got to hit in. What of note as well, the actual hitting area with club data is pretty much in line with the unit. You've got to be in line with the unit if you want to get your club data. And I think that's because to get actual face angle, I think that the ball actually needs to be in line with the unit. I'm not sure exactly how it calculates it, but the actual ball needs to be pretty much in line with the unit to get club data. Whereas when you've got it in ball data only, the hitting area is bigger and you can also put the ball further back. So in terms of data, in terms of metrics, like I said, this unit, I cannot speak highly enough about the actual data that you get from this unit when you're hitting full shots. Chip shots, I had a very good experience. You can watch my full in-depth chipping test. I didn't have an issue. Maybe on the short shots, the horizontal launch angle wasn't perfect, but it was extremely good and I had a really good experience. The issue with this unit and the data comes when we go to putter. That's the elephant in the room. With putter, this unit is just not accurate. It's just not accurate. Horizontal launch angles aren't accurate. Ball speeds, in my experience as well, aren't perfect. I really think Garmin needs to work on the putting mode with this unit. It just isn't where it should be for where it's priced. I know a lot of people don't do putting at home. A lot of people don't like putting in simulation software. However, to me, a unit that costs this much should be better at putting. I do have a full video showing this off. Definitely check that out. I'll leave it in the description below. So in terms of data, perfect for club and ball data on full shots, really good at chipping, not good at putting, needs improvement. Now this unit does have third-party connections as well. So like I showed you, you've got Awesome Golf, a fantastic golf simulation software. You can play Awesome Golf using an iPad or using your PC. You also have access to GS Pro. GS Pro is, in my opinion, the best home simulation software you can get. It's the most realistic. You've got an online community there. You've got your simulator golf tour. It's a fantastic community. This unit does have an official connection to GS Pro. You do get a few dropouts in the signal, so it's not perfect. However, I know they're looking to actually, make this connection a lot more reliable. They are going to work on it. In my experience, I had GS Pro drop out maybe once or twice a round. To reconnect, you literally just wait and the Garmin will resync back up with the connector. Sometimes you have to reset the connector in GS Pro. So it's not a seamless connection yet. However, I know they're working on it. Okay, so let's answer that question. Have Garmin changed the game again in early 2025 with the Garmin R50? That's the big question. For me, I'm gonna say not yet. Not yet, because I think this device could be that unit. However, to me, they need to get putting sorted out. They need to get putting working. When you can buy a unit like the Square Golf Launch Monitor that is incredibly accurate putting for that price point, a unit that costs this much should be accurate at putting. If you're someone who just wants a simple device to practice at home, take it anywhere, you don't need an iPad, you don't need anything to connect to this device to turn it on and actually hit balls. If you want to work on your game, this device is incredible because you're going to get that built-in 10-inch screen tablet essentially that you can play the Garmin software on. you can use the driving range, you're going to get club data, you're going to get ball data. The actual data you get from this thing is incredible. So if you want a device that's going to give you incredible data and you don't need any other device to run the Garmin software like the driving ranges or Home T Hero, this device is actually incredible. You could have a net set up in your backyard and just have this device. You don't have to take an iPad out there or any other device. You can just take the launch monitor out there. Everything's built into it. Likewise, you could use this at the driving range. Again, you don't have to take another device. There are definitely use cases for this device. But for me, from a home simulation standpoint, I do think they need to work on the putting to get this device to where it needs to be. Okay, that's it for the final review of the Garmin R50. I hope you guys liked the videos that I put out on it. I kind of had a series of videos and I went from, first impressions, and then I like to really get to know a device before doing a video like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Massive shout out to Daniel for loaning me this device for so long to do these videos. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you want to get yours, the link to Bayside is in the description. Any comments or questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.